Welcome. And I want to thank everybody, each of you, for coming out. We've got a lot of people here. We weren't sure if they were going to be here, and because of conflicting schedules and what have you. Also, I want to draw attention to City Council member, former Mayor Bob Keller, who is here in the audience. Bob is going to speak to us in just a few moments. Here, and please raise your hand. John and Barbara, thank you again. Conflicting schedules. I spoke with Mike Antonovich yesterday and saw him yesterday, and his schedule is very supportive of what we're doing here, and he was very thankful. He says he couldn't make it, but he appreciates so much our efforts. So again, I want to welcome. Without your support, rallies like this would be meaningless and without purpose. And we do a Pledge of Allegiance in our class every day. I'm sorry to say more teachers don't do a Pledge of Allegiance starting their class every day. That's what I did when I grew up in Los Angeles Unified School District, and I hope more teachers would. It is actually required by California State Education Code to do a daily patriotic pledge, which can be the Pledge of Allegiance, but all too few teachers do that. It's bothersome, it's cumbersome, and all the kids don't want to do it. Well, we're not going to stop doing the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. I don't care if there's one person in my class or 121 or 1,021. The United States is the greatest country in the world, and I'm not going to lie down and let it be taken over and put into something that's unrecognizable. Why are we here? We're here to bring attention to our elected officials, the daunting effects of illegal immigration on our society, effects that are both economic and criminal. The first order of business is to demand that our government enforce the United States Constitution Section 4, Article 4, which specifically states the United States government, including the President of the United States, whose job it is to secure our border. And he has not done that. I'm sorry to say neither did George Bush. So our issues are not Republican, they're not Democratic. They are issues that are American law. So thanks, dear. We don't want to put anybody in the category of you're a Democrat, you're a Republican. You are with us if you believe in the Constitution. Before we deliver our works, I want to remind you that we are living in the greatest country, and we are, in fact, delivering financial aid. I want to make this plea at this time to please give what you can to the terrible plight of earthquake victims of Haiti. There's a website. You can, of course, give to the American Red Cross and indicate your donation is for Haitian relief, and indicate who you are. If you're a Santa Clarita Valley team member or you're an American Minuteman, tell them who you are, and you're giving this money because we want these countries to rebuild themselves. We don't want to encourage another wave of humanitarian immigration, which will further exacerbate the problem. We don't want to do that. So help these people. Let's help these countries rebuild themselves after this terrible disaster. The website is, I believe it is, as I heard this morning, www.clintonbushhaitirelief.org, or of course the American Red Cross. Now, Supervisor Antonovich was kind enough to give me some information about welfare costs for children of illegal aliens. It is near $50 million a month in the month of December for the Los Angeles County alone. Now that projects out to $1 billion per annum. That is from Supervisor Michael Antonovich's website. And how is that broken up? You're talking about 24 million in welfare and 24 million in food stamps. That's an increase of 3 million during the course of the year per month. The cost of illegal immigration in Los Angeles County taxpayers exceeds $1 billion. That includes $220 million for public safety, $400 million for health care, and $500 million for welfare and food stamp allocations. This does not include education.
Or prisons.
Or, of course, the state incarceration. Thank you very much for reminding me about that. And Governor Schwarzenegger, with all due respect, is wondering why California is continually and perpetually in deficit mode. We're at $22 billion in the red. Why? And he says it is not the reason of illegal immigration. Governor Schwarzenegger, you are wrong. It is because of illegal immigration. And it must be stopped. And if you turned off this spigot of humanity coming north, unskilled labor and poverty, you will go toward fixing the problem. California is a wonderful state, but if you continue to allow this unbridled immigration coming in, California will topple. That is as clear as a bell. Legislation has been introduced by Chicago Congressman Luis Gutierrez for a massive amnesty. This amnesty will forgive lawbreakers who have entered our country illegally, and many, let's not kid ourselves, many have committed no crimes except to come to the country illegally. But many have committed crimes. Rapes and driving drunk under the influence and killing our law enforcement people. There's a significant amount of population which does not follow those rules. And this amnesty will blanket that. This will give those people an opportunity to get a fresh start. A fresh start for what? You're taking the United States of America down, so we don't want to create this path for citizenship. The legislation also includes a family unification factor that could bring as much as 75 million more people in from impoverished third world countries coming into our country. And regrettably, many of these people, most of these people have no skills to sustain themselves. They're there for government help. They're here for economic salvation. Though I am sympathetic to that, it cannot take the United States government down. It cannot do that. The country will topple and we will be unrecognizable within 10 or perhaps 15 years. This country will not be recognizable if that happens.
Speaker is William Sartino. He's with the Ventura County Tea Party. Let's give him a round of applause.
I'm just proving that we're all risk takers. We even try to get up here. Thank you. Thank you for coming out on your Saturday morning and committing some time to the cause. This is a 3-day weekend and this is a great turnout. Every day we're faced with challenges. At home, at work, in our communities, most of us really don't want another pressure from our government, state or federal. But every week, if not every day, it seems we're hammered with yet another intrusion into our lives. Another attempt to raise our taxes, another story about corruption or the misuse of power. Never before have I felt our country so threatened as I feel it is today. And I've been around a few years. We are here today to make a difference. That's what the Tea Party movement's about, making a difference. Personally, my ancestors came from Italy. They came through Ellis Island. They worked very hard to become American citizens. They learned English. They studied our history. They embraced all we stood for, and they fought for us. They did not come in the back door. They did not expect to be taught in their native tongue. They didn't even want that. And they became loyal to their new country. They wanted to be Americans. They did not come for a paycheck, they did not come for health care, and they did not demand rights they had not earned. They appreciated and worked for the privilege of becoming Americans. There is one significant and compelling problem associated with amnesty. There is one problem with amnesty. If someone is given something they don't value, they have to earn it to appreciate it. We have been down the amnesty road before. Back in June of 2007, 80% of the American people that Congress know they wanted the government to stop illegal immigration. At that time, we rejected President Bush's guest worker amnesty plan. Today, we must fight anew. We have a more driven administration. This is not about nationality, race, or creed. It's about the rule of law. It's about defense, expense, and common sense. It's about promoting legal immigration. The solution does not require new laws. It requires existing laws. To fight for the America we love. Do not be distracted from our primary mission. Keep the focus on all the issues, but never lose sight of our goal. Work to promote and elect true conservatives who will represent the constituents, not tell us what we should do. Our country now more than ever needs it. If you care about America, be active, be vocal, and be passionate. Thank you.
Let's hear a warm round of applause.